Marcus had learned somewhere in his 30s that invisibility was not the same as absence. He was present at every Christmas, every Easter, every birthday dinner that his mother organized with the same devotion she had brought to everything her whole life. He drove 4 hours. He brought wine nobody asked for. He sat at the end of the table nearest the kitchen, which meant he was the one who refilled things. Nobody noticed the refilling. That was the point of it. His brother Derek noticed other things. Derek noticed when someone arrived in a new car, when someone had lost weight, when someone had said the wrong thing at the wrong gathering 2 years prior. Derek had a gift for the social ledger, who had shown up, who had quietly failed the family by not showing up enough, not calling enough, not being enough of a presence in the way Derek defined presence. Marcus had stopped defending himself against Derek's ledger a long time ago. It wasn't worth the math. 6 years earlier, his mother had called on a Tuesday evening. He remembered it was Tuesday because he had just gotten home from a work trip and his suitcase was still by the door. Her voice was careful in the way it got when she was asking for something that cost her pride. She explained the situation in pieces. The second mortgage they'd taken out years ago, the rate adjustment they hadn't anticipated, his father's hours being cut, the number she had arrived at after exhausting every other option she could think of. She said the number. Marcus sat down on the edge of his couch. He said yes, their only request, delivered quietly before she hung up. Please don't make this into something. You know how your brother gets. He knew how his brother got. He said he understood. He wired the money in 2 transfers, and he never said a word to anyone. And for 6 years the house stayed in the family, and he kept his mouth exactly as closed as they had asked him to. Christmas this year was at his parents' house, which it always was. His Aunt Renee had driven up from Raleigh. Derek's wife had brought a dish nobody touched. There were children running through the hallway and a football game on in the other room that no one was really watching. The comment came during dinner, between the main course and whatever came after it. Derek was talking about the roof his in-laws had needed replaced, how the family had all chipped in, how that was what families did, showed up when it counted. And then, almost as an aside, he looked across the table with the particular expression he used when he wanted something to sound casual while landing hard. Some of us contribute. Some of us just show up for the meal. He wasn't looking directly at Marcus. He didn't have to be. Aunt Renee smiled vaguely. Someone changed the subject halfway. Marcus picked up his fork. He looked at his father. His father was looking at the table, not at his food, just at the surface of it, the way a person looks at something when they are deciding what to do with their hands. His mother had turned her water glass slightly, just a quarter turn, and then stopped. The silence had weight to it. Marcus felt it and said nothing into it, because that was what he had agreed to say for 6 years. It was his father who spoke, not loudly, not with any performance of drama or vindication. Walter had never been a dramatic man. He set down his fork first, which was a thing he did when he was about to say something he had decided to say, and he looked at Derek the way a man looks at someone he loves and is disappointed in simultaneously. He didn't tell the full story. He told enough of it. He said that Marcus had done something for this family that Derek didn't know about, that they had asked Marcus to keep private, and that he was not going to sit at his own table and let a false version of his son exist unchallenged. He said it plainly. Then he picked his fork back up. Derek didn't collapse. That wasn't who Derek was. What happened was quieter, and in some ways worse. Marcus watched his brother's expression move through something that looked like recalibration. The slow internal adjustment of a person discovering that the story they believed about someone was not the one that had actually been lived. Marcus did not look at him long. There was nothing to collect there. On the drive home, 4 hours back through highway dark and light rain, Marcus didn't feel what he expected to feel. There was something like relief, and underneath it, something that took him a while to name, a faint grief, clean and honest, that the quiet of it was gone now, that the private thing had become a known thing, and known things lose a texture that carried ones do not. He had kept his word for 6 years. He supposed that still counted for something, even now.